Today on my channel, Planner Friends, we're going to do planner flip-throughs from these two planners. I don't want to put all the inserts back in here, so I'll just show you the past few months because it's really full and yeah. So let's have a 6-month flip-through and I'll talk about I'll talk about some good things actually, what I've learned, how it's going. I can tell you this much, that this system is probably my favorite yet. So that's a really good thing. So pull up a chair, grab something. I'm always drinking my mug of hot tea in a funky mug. So yeah, join me, friends. Please stay tuned. Hello, planner friends. Welcome to my channel. I am One Crafty Dolo. I'm so happy today. I'm just in a good mood. Things are going well. Some big stuff is happening behind the scenes and I'm getting excited. And yeah, anyway, if you're new, join my growing community. What a lovely community I have. Just wonderful people. If you're returning and you're part of that community, thank you so much for helping me, for creating this space of positivity and creativity on the internet. I'm not going to go through journals. I already did an update of what I'm doing going into, and I really didn't do flip throughs, but I want to talk today about my planning system, how I'm using it, how it's working, and why I am keeping this going forward for the rest of the year. Now, I do switch out my pockets all the time, actually. I usually use them for a month, 2 months, and then I switch it because I buy them inexpensively. And quite frankly, I have fun with the deco and so forth. So let me just show you in here how it's looking. Again, I can't stack all the old inserts in here, but this and this work in tandem, and this is my everyday carry. It goes with me everywhere. And this is from Simple Stories. I just used bits and bobs that I had on hand. This is from Erin Condren. I did for July change out some of the dashboards. I was using some of these. These are from Simply Create Doodles, who unfortunately is closing. And so, yeah, by the time this goes up, actually, she's probably going to be closed. And that's really kind of sad to me, but life happens, friends. So here, let's get in here. I already set up, I don't have much going on yet in July, but I'm okay with that. These are from like another shop that's, gosh, there's so much crafting, SEW on Etsy. This is from OKY Plans. I love the little cafe scene. I just think that's so cute. I forget if that was Simple Stories or where that's from. Fat Cat Designs. So now, I just bought new inserts actually because these are from Peanuts Planner Co. and they lasted through June, so I can't complain. So this is, I believe, is May. And you can see here what I do is I write the details in here. And you know what? Then I take whatever I need that's the most important and I put it in here. And I decorated, obviously. These little boxes come in handy. I know these are Mojo Jojo. I think, I'm not sure where those are from. It doesn't matter. Isn't this the most adorable kit? Some of these are freebies for the spring from Fat Cat Designs. I really love her characters. I've made it a point this year to support more small shops, more independent shops. Doesn't mean I'm not buying things on Amazon or from bigger like Happy Planner, but I'm doing less of it and I'm buying things inexpensively. This I know is Pet Tape from Simply Gilded. Sorry. This is also Pet Tape from Simply Gilded plus some Coffee Monsters Co. I've started to purchase from her this year. I know I'm behind everybody, but that's okay. And I love the boba tea and the regular tea and a biscuit. For some reason I skipped. Don't know why. Sometimes that happens, right? And then here, I just found some old sticker books I had. You know how that goes. You have something in your stash and you forget about it. And it's like at the back of the shelf. It's underneath a bunch of stuff. And then the next thing you know, you pull it out and you're like, oh, hey, I remember you. Well, that's what this is. So I went through some old Carpe Diem sticker books and this is the result. Same with this. This is their seasons. I thought it was so pretty. I got to be honest with you. I'm a little sad about Carpe Diem. They're a great company, and yet they're not putting out anything new. They were sold from Simple Stories to Puka Pad. I believe that's the company that purchased them. They came out with a bunch of new designs when they sold, and they were nice. And then, boom, that's been it. And they're not updating their sticker books. And they were like my first ring planner love. And so I'm kind of sad about that, if you want the truth, that they're gone. And then this one was, I'd gotten the Mojo Jojo Plans Summer Boxes 2.0. And then, of course, you can see Coffee Monsters. I'm not going to get into July right now, but I got that all set up. This is OKY Plans. She has different characters, so if your, skin color or hair color is different, she's got a wide variety. That's just me, And this is OKY Plans, and this is more of that paper, the cafe. And I just added some inexpensive lace. To add lace to your planners, you definitely want to use the double-sided tape you get at Dollar Tree. It makes it so much easier to add things. And these die cuts are from the Fat Cat Designs. Here I haven't updated this in a bit, my meal planning in here. And what I do is I just write dinners. And then I have my grocery list. So I bring this with me to the store, and it just works so well. This one is I call it my Victorian wallpaper background, this paper, and another Fat Cat. And yeah, I'm habit tracking, and that's working. And these are also so much crafting, which, sad she's also out of business. This is a newer dashboard I picked up from Simply Create Doodles. I didn't know where to put it. If I put it, first off, I think this is from OKY Plans. This goes perfectly up here, doesn't it? It just, the yellow, the brightness, that's from Planner Perfect. So I put it back here anyway, long story short. And then I have just note paper back here and some pretty spaces. So I'm going to use this. I'm using this, as if you've seen, I'm using it for July, and it's working, and I'm happy in here. These little clips are from Fun Paper Crafts. I'll link the shops below in the description box, but wonderful. I love carrying a pocket, but for me, it's not enough to put everything I need in. So I just focus on what's important, but it's so handy. This pen is Simply Gilded. So yeah, that I'm continuing to use. And then maybe for August, I'll switch it up. We'll see. Okay, friends, so this is puffy because I added back the inserts back in so I could show you. I'm returning to the Happy Planner. I used to use them, walked away, picked them back up for 2023 for faith planning, and I've been using them since. So this year, what's different is I entered my mini Happy Planner era, and I'm so here for it. Approaching a little closer. This cover is from the Happy Cover Girl Co. on Etsy. I'll link them below. One of my subscribers always says this cover always makes her smile. Me too. It's just so cheerful, and in the colder weather, I'll use this one. She's got all kinds of options in her shop, from monogram covers, all kinds of things. This was sadly from Joann's. I'm still mourning their demise. These folders you can pick up on the Happy Planner website, the large one and then the divided one. I just like to create pretty spaces in here. Same with these dividers, Happy Planner website. So originally I was just going to use this as, it's really our home life appointments, car maintenance, doctor's appointments, blah, blah. And I thought it would be going with me places. But when I realized I really didn't want to lug the discs around, that's when I went into the pockets. I love carrying pockets around. It's just like my security blanket. So anyway, one of the things I love about being back in the Happy Planner, price point, especially on sale, and the paper takes a lot of my crazy. And what do I mean by that? I'm inking. In here, I use some glitter paint, pops of color. It doesn't bleed. Here's more paint. It doesn't bleed. It doesn't ghost. This really sticks up to my crazy, as I like to say. And look at this. It's really, and you don't, no bleeding. And I use bright inks. Again, more paint. I use all kinds of things, as I'll show you in the other one. This is really quite, and this is, again, these pops of color are available at scrapbook.com. They're in a little tube. I love them. So I use this basically for our life. What am I doing? What's going on? And, it's sometimes it's more full than others, obviously, right? Like, but you can see here, I had a zoom thing here. Oh, my little cat wants attention. Sorry. Cleaning, grocery store, etc. Date night. It goes in here. And then down here, I usually just write something that I'm thinking at that moment, usually cheerful. This I basically just use for inspo. I don't do a currently page. A lot of times I do quotes. So this was Maya Angelou. If you have only one smile in you, give it to the people you love. I love Maya Angelou. Love her. So I was habit tracking in here, and then I did a little things matter list. I don't do it as often as I should, but things to do that don't cost a lot, that will brighten your day, brighten your month. Yeah, it's hard. I'm journaling, I'm planning. It's like something, I can't do everything. So this is when I started my sticker subscription with Chrissy Ann Designs, whom I love. Okay, Chrissy Ann, I adore your products. You're wonderful. They're kind. They answer emails like that. They're helpful. The stickers are very high quality, and for $20 a month, I get more stickers than I can use. I still have stickers left over from this. Now, to be fair, I like white space because I'm writing a lot in here. But it's just a wonderful. This is, incidentally, the journaling sticker subscription. So, FYI, I love it. It's well worth it. And it's a monthly treat. I had stopped subscribing to anything. I used to subscribe to Simply Gilded and Cocoa Daisy, and I just stopped. And yes, and every month you get these giant stickers. I think I have one from, hold on, let me see here. This is an older kit, but they're giant. There's these vinyl stickers, and her stickers are such high quality. Yeah. So this was another kit of hers, and it's kind of subtle, color-wise, but I like that too. It was a nice change. Yeah, here, like rest, sick day, Some days I'm just blah. But I was working on I write on Medium. I write children's stories, poems, and I was writing devotionals for Lent. So I did add it in here a little bit, but mostly this is me. I write close. I have to do better. I smear things. It's not her stickers. It's me. I'm the problem. It's me. This was a busy week of projects and this and that. So I did that work project that I brought in here. If you look for perfection, you'll never be content. As someone who wrestles with perfectionism, that's a really good one from Leo Tolstoy. And here's where I stopped habit tracking. You saw I do it in the pocket now, and I just think that works. So this month, the USPS lost my sticker subscription. Chrissy Ann Designs offered to replace it. You know what? I didn't want them to do that, to be honest with you. I was extremely pleased they offered. Okay, don't get me wrong. I was extremely pleased they offered. But I also felt like they're a small business. They're a mom and pop. It's not their fault. Why should they lose money? So what I did is I dug into my stash and I found different kits, little bits and bobs of different kits, and I used those up, and that was good. This is something I don't do often enough, where I have a item that I highlight every day. But you'll see here, I have self-care. I have Sunday dinner. I have exercising, working on our new, we got some dishes we were changed out, and on and on. And so this worked, okay? I don't know why I crossed everything out there, but I did. Interesting. I don't know what was going on that day, but I did. And so this space has really been wonderful. Between the two planners, it's an excellent system for me, and I feel like I don't drop as many balls, if you will, and I'm less anxious. I can tell you that right now. I am far less anxious with this and the other, the pocket. it just, yeah, that's just it. Again, I went back to inking. So what I do, incidentally, is I tend to decorate monthly, meaning if I'm inking all month. If I'm using stickers or stencils, I'm using them all month. That's something I try to do. Isn't this gorgeous, if I say so myself? These are from Happy Planner Cover Story. These are from a mini, and these boxes I know are Mojo Jojo monthly boxes. I think Jewel Tone. I think that's what they are. Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Anyway, again, no bleeding. No, here again. This, I know these are from, I find older sticker books on Mercari inexpensively. So I found this old Daydreamer one. So that's what this is. And I really love the color scheme. Yeah. This too. This was, I want to say, a socialite book maybe. And then I just added things in here. Again, very happy with how this all came together. This was Happy in Paris with the Wild and Free. So I did a little bit of mixing and matching in there. So that was good. I don't know why I didn't do that, but life goes on. And then back to Chrissy Ann Designs. And this was a fun kit. It really is. Any smearing is my fault. I maybe need different pens. Maybe I need not to lean in as hard when I'm writing. Incidentally, this, did I use washi over here? I used Simply Gilded there. Here, this is Dollar Tree washi, friends. So you never know what goodies you're going to find at Dollar Tree. It's great. But yeah, all the tasks, you know, insurance, upload the new card, go to Goodwill. I am like, yeah, trying to get things done. I had another project, advocacy work. I do some advocacy work on behalf of rare diseases. Yeah. And here we are the last week in June. And this was a really fun kit. Just punny, like, yeah, talk punny to me. It was just cute. Then, now what I also do in here, again, I do the two-step. I meal plan in here and in there, and that one I take with me. But here I created this little list. These things were something I printed off on Canva and then cut them up and adhered them to this paper I had from Simple Stories. And then I added in these fruit stickers, or food stickers, I should say. I'd picked that. God, I got that sticker book like eons ago and hardly use it. So I thought it could go there. But that's just my pantry staples list. You'd be surprised. I come up with things and then I bring over the other one. I write things down. This helps me remind me like, oh, yeah, right. I like to bake. And so I'll say, oh, gosh, yeah, I need cream cheese, because I'm going to make homemade icing, or I'm making a pound cake with, I need extra butter, etc. Although, true confession, my grandmother used to have oodles and oodles of flour and sugar and, I don't know, margarine for some reason. I always have butter in the freezer. Always. At least one, usually two or so. So I guess I went through the depression with my grandmother, even though I didn't know I did. So yeah, here we go. And then I write things down there. Back here is just a notes section. These again are from Happy Planner. What I do when they're having a good sale is I'll just go through the entire, I mean, sometimes it's a lot of pages, the entire sale section. Oh, I never wrote down what we were watching for June, so I'm going to have to do that. I like this, actually. It helps keep me focused, and yeah, I'm enjoying, we enjoy a lot of different shows, some old, some foreign, some, yeah. And then I just have some graph paper, filler paper, and then here I put sticky notes down, although I got to be honest with you. Is it me? I find they often don't stick, so when I use them, I grab this and stick them down with that. This planner, in conjunction with this planner, total success. A lot less anxiety, a lot less frustration, a lot less spinning my wheels. What a difference it's made. Highly recommend it. Okay, two-step process. And again, I just take the most important things from here and put them in here. All right. Yes, Lexi. Now let's get into my goal planner, friends. Okay, so now we have a classic Happy Planner. This is so pretty. I did see it on sale on the website. It was really inexpensive because, of course, you know, the time has come. Like it's July, so it's not, you have half the year gone, but you can redate them. So this is my first checklist planner. Truthfully, I had a dashboard planner last year, but I fell in love with this. It's so pretty, and I thought, well, let's try it, okay? So again, I have to-dos here. I just say something there. That's my saying of the year. I don't do a word of the year because I never remember it, but a saying, I can do that. And this is a great quote from Maya Angelou. You can't use up creativity. The more you use, the more you have. Thank you, Maya. Okay. So the monthly I keep pretty simple, truthfully. I use boxes from Mojo, Jojo Plans usually. And I was originally, my goal this year was to do 4 videos a week. I can't, not with life, not with work. So I nixed that after 2 weeks, right? This is the Wild and Free sticker book from Happy Planner. I love it. I love the color scheme. I think I used it a lot this year so far. And then these are Juniper from the pet tape from Simply Gilded. This is another sticker book from Happy Planner. Honestly, I don't remember which one. Sorry. It took me a bit to get used to this. I've used classic verticals back in the day. Those were some of the, well, my first thing was horizontal, but I liked classical vertical when I was teaching because, morning class, afternoon class, evening, office hours, grading, it was very easy to work the layout. The checklist is different, but I've come to love it. But it took like 5 months. I like the fact that the top is dot grid. I like that you can write on lines here because your girl here doesn't write straight. So that's great. And then the bottom can be what you want. This is from the Happy in Paris sticker book, and I dotted. This is the Happy Planner's color story book with some of the little deco from the pet tape. I want to say the name of the pet tape's Cozy from Simply Gilded, but I can't totally say that. And this again, more of the pet tape and Happy in Paris. So this is my goal planner in terms of my channel, any writing projects I'm doing. Creativity is intelligence having fun, Albert Einstein. And so these are just, I plan out my videos. This month I decided to use no stickers. And so what I did is I colored, I made boxes, so to speak, with markers. These are stencils, stamps. Yeah, I stenciled, I stamped, I dotted, and then I used markers all over the place, as you can see, and some washi. I wanted to show people different ways to decorate without using stickers. This, okay, again, remember what I said about the planners holding up to my crazy. This is what I mean. Here we have some glitter paint. This is modeling paste that I mixed together with paint and then used a stencil to apply. Now, it's not perfect. So what? I think it's great, and the paper handles it. You have to give something like this time to dry. So I decorate it, I let it sit a little bit, and then I used a paper punch and just created a bunch of hearts. This one I'm less thrilled with. These stencils I don't like as much. They're from Stamperia, whatever it is. These are stamps over here. These are stencils, and I've yet to use these 2 stencils, these cups too, where they work well for me. They just don't, quite frankly. And I did the same thing. I outlined things. Too much dotting. Yeah, I tried here. It held up. The paper held up, but I just did it. And then I don't even remember why this is blank, but it's blank. It happens. Boris Pasternak. I don't like people who have never fallen or stumbled. Their virtue is lifeless, and it isn't of much value. Life hasn't revealed its beauty to them. I love that. And again, planning videos. And then I used bits and bobs from leftover Chrissy Ann designs in here. Plus, I added in some Jasper. This is not my favorite either. I like the stickers. It has nothing to do with the stickers, but I really don't feel I hit stride in here until May. Truthfully, it took me a long time to readjust. I'd used the classic dashboard layout the year before, and I loved it, and I was so used to it, but I like to switch things up. I like to try things. Anyway, March is Women's History Month. I'm a historian. So I put in quotes from women. Above all, be the heroine of your life, not the victim. Nora Ephron. One of my favorite historians, Laurel Thatcher Ulrich. She was the one who wrote A Midwife's Tale and kind of revolutionized how people tell women's history in a really incredible way. Well-behaved women seldom make history. Thank you. Coco Chanel. I've been on in June, I was on a Coco Chanel kick with her quotes. A girl should be two things, who and what she wants. I like that one. So this one, Miss Maker, sticker book with some juniper thrown in here. And this one I actually like. I think this one came out nicely. And I was writing the time I had to squeeze this work in between other work and then our life. I don't do that anymore because it's pretty standard and it just, I've got it now. Again, back to wild and free and some cozy cats. And again, I like it, but it's a little Spartan, I have to say. What were we doing then? I don't even know, but you can see it's a little sparse. That's what I mean. I feel like it took me time to find my way in here. This is better. This is from the Happy in Paris. Please, Happy Planner. Oh, I didn't read these quotes. Please, Happy Planner, come out with more squad girls, squad goals, all of it, please. We can do Happy in Paris, Happy in London, Happy in Buenos Aires. I don't care. Make it work. Happy in Sydney, Happy in Tokyo. Margaret Thatcher, don't follow the crowd, let the crowd follow you. I just came across a quote of hers that I really liked. Being powerful is like being a lady. If you have to tell people you are, you aren't. I thought that was a really great quote. Eleanor Roosevelt, you must do the things you think you cannot do. Another good one. Abigail Adams, remember the ladies. Billie Jean King, champions keep playing until they get it right. This month, going into April, I was a little bit, the winter, the gray weather, the rain, I've come to realize I'm not old or anything, but as seasonal depression kind of hit me hard this year. So what I did here is I created an I am list, and it's not to be arrogant or anything like that. It's to lift me in the moments I was feeling down. So I wrote, I am focused, determined, positive, cheerful, blessed, strong, helpful, encouraging, talented, compassionate, grateful, and certainly humble too. Despite what the list may sound like, we should all do that for ourselves. Here I did my videos, and then here it's still kind of sparse if you ask me, and that was one of the issues I realized in May. This is better, but I was too parsimonious with my stickers. Then I started to say, wait a minute, I can have some more fun in here. This is definitely a better layout. I forget, Folk and Flora, I guess, is the book. I don't know. And back to the wild and free. There's so many different stickers in there. I keep coming back to that one. It has been one of my favorites. And I just remind myself here, creativity is essential, and so is rest and self-care. This month, focus on both. Remember, baby steps are steps forward. That's one of my son's ideas. Okay, so then we got into May. I used an old book I had in my stash, Glam Girl. I thought it was cute. It was just sitting there. Might as well use it, right? Really. This is, again, Happy. I guess I used the Happy in Paris a lot, and I added different washi. And I started to hit more stride in here. And then it finally clicked, like May 5th. Okay, really? I love it. This is where I was like, ah. I was still writing in my hours, but the deco, the washi, using up washi I've had. Look at all this. It's so pretty. The foiling, arranging the stickers. I was like, why am I saving so many stickers? And then this is fabulous. This is from the Happy Illustrations book, an old school one, and the llamas and the crazy washi. And I was like having the time of my life. Create with joy. Exactly. That's what I started to do. I'm creating with joy, and I love it. This one is that Daydreamer book I told you about that I picked up, and I like the hexagons. I do. I picked up a box during her sale, her birthday sale, Mojo Jojo plans of rainbow shapes like that. And so, yeah, that's something I'm having fun with. I'm enjoying. This is so pretty, isn't it? It's a combination of the Daydreamer and the Happy Illustrations book, and then washi that I had on hand. It's, this is from one of the newer sticker books. I forget which one. I found 4 from the spring 2025 layout for like $20. So like $5 a book plus shipping on Mercari. Great buy. And then I paired these colors with this fabulous washi from Simply Gilded, and I love it. I love this spread so much. I don't know which one. I mean, I love the colors in this, but I really love the llamas in this one, right? So you just never know. We are a very good family, blessed beyond measure, putting good into the world, and that's really important. And I mean my entire family of origin, current, that I've created. And here we have June, and I can't believe we're in July. I'm still wrapping my head around. Okay, I guess I did use the Wild and Free Constantly, didn't I? That's kind of funny, but I found Simply Gilded washi that I have in my stash to go with it. It's better, it's good, it's pretty. This is fun. This was an old summer book from the Happy Planner that I had, some Squad Girls, right? And then just fun stickers. And the washi, I thought, complemented it perfectly. This is one of the older Happy Planner books, but I'm not sure which one. I don't know. But it's cute and it's pretty. And I just felt like all the summer vibes here, really. I did. Back to a little Daydreamer and a little of the Happy Illustrations. I love the fact that I'm using up things I had. This is a sticky note that I adhered with my Tombow because I don't ever get the sticky notes to work. So very pretty colors. I like the combination. Get some black and white in there, a little soft mint, and a little purple, little pink. And the last week, isn't this gorgeous? I love this one, and I just had fun with it. These are the Mojo Jojo Summer Boxes 2.0, which I'm utilizing more. I think they work perfectly. Some are lined, some aren't. I just used lined ones in here. But if you can see, I have some of the washi here, and I paired, and the bottom here isn't actual washi tape. It's from washi strips in an old Happy Planner summer book. And that's it, friends. 6 months. Isn't it something? Some good things happened so far this year. Some bad things happen, sadly. But we're still standing, as it were. And sometimes when a bad thing happens, I'm not talking about, I'm talking about whatever. Somebody does something mean or bad or nasty to you. One thing I've discovered, friends, it backfires on them and turns out to be a blessing in disguise. And people give you trouble, people give you grief, whether it's through work or, whatever, volunteering, doing stuff. People can be tough, but hang in there. We're in July. It's a beautiful, sunny day out, and I'm going to take this day and grab some more tea because, I live on hot tea, and I'm just going to run with today. And I really hope you do too. I hope I inspired you. If you have seasonal depression, work on an I am list, things that'll help boost you a little bit. That's really hard. I get it. Or any depression. Track your self-care. Please take care of yourself. And again, I can't say enough about using these two in tandem. That really has changed the game. Finally, it's taken me 10 years in the planner community? I guess I'm never a quick learner. All right, friends, thanks again for being here. Have a blessed day, and thank you for brightening my day. Be well today, planner friends. Bye now.